Hello Beauty News family, welcome back to Beauty News. This is the 17th of January edition. We're going to be talking about new release beauty products and some updates of things that we've talked about in the past that have...
With plants!
Well done, plants! I don't know what that was. Shout out to Ebony for hooking us up with the plants.
I know. And by the way, we bought plants, but
yeah.
She's our friend that we stumbled across her at a store. And we're like, you work here? And she's like, yes, let me help you. And we're like, we'll buy all the plants from you, Ebony. So thank you, Ebony, for helping us out. That was good. And yes, this is our setup, Ebony. If you're wondering, we'll probably be back for more shit in the future.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Before we get started on updates, there is a little bit of housekeeping that we want to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
So we're planning on doing a charity live stream to help support with the issues going on with the fires in Australia.
Yeah.
We're hoping to do this next Tuesday. So it's going to be Tuesday morning our time, Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, and Monday evening wherever else you are in the world, because we are future people.
We are future people.
Yes.
So, yeah, we had the suggestion from a couple of people and we thought it was a really good way to help contribute.
Yeah.
We do know a lot of people have already donated to some fire causes. So if you already have, don't stress.
Yeah.
But if you do want to tune in for a live chat and say hello, feel free to come by. We're in the process of trying to figure out the best way to gather donations, because YouTube do have a really good way that they can take donations.
Yeah, it's called YouTube Giving.
Yeah.
And it's a free service that YouTube offer where people can donate, and 100% of the proceeds of that donation go to your chosen charity.
Yeah. And,
direct to the charity.
Yeah. And
no middleman.
Yeah, which is great. And YouTube cover the cost of any transaction.
Yeah.
So that's a really good way to do it. But that's not available in Australia or for Australian charities or Australian channels. So we've inquired about whether we can get that organised. I'm not holding my breath.
No, they're working on it.
Yeah.
Our YouTube girl is helping us out, which is good, but we're not too sure if that's going to come through for us.
Yeah, so the other options which we might get you guys to vote on in the poll is, of course, there's Facebook, which you can organise a sort of fundraiser page, and once again all of your donation goes to the charity direct. The only issue with that, and we know it's a big issue for some people, is that you actually have to have a Facebook account. Not everyone wants a Facebook account. They don't want to sign up for it. So that's an option that we're considering.
Yeah.
There's also GoFundMe, which you don't need an account for GoFundMe, but they do take a percentage and a transaction fee. So not your whole entire donation goes to the charity. A portion does go to GoFundMe. So they both have drawbacks.
Yeah.
And we would like to know your feedback, because
just vote up there.
Because right now I don't think the YouTube one will be coming through, but if it does, hallelujah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
We're going to go with that.
Absolutely.
But we will keep you updated on what's happening. But keep an eye out for that time slot for a sort of charity live chat, and we will keep you updated in the community tab. We might chuck up a little video later in the week when we have confirmed details. But we're working on it.
We are.
So because we don't have a sponsor this week, let's just talk.
Let's do it.
Fill the space.
Fill the space.
So we were planning on doing a channel update video, but then we thought the update is not very big. So
2-minute video.
Yeah, so we thought we may as well just give it here in this what is going to be a very long episode. We just become too comfortable with these.
Yeah,
setup.
we like
our
new
the chairs
setup.
are really comfortable.
It's really good.
Just chat.
We can do dramatic things like be like.
So we thought we'll give a channel update, because last year we did do sort of like a reflecting on 4 years of beauty news.
Yeah.
And in that we sort of gave a hint that this year we'll sort of be toning down a little bit. Now, if you guys remember, each year in January, we usually pull back and only do Friday content.
Yep.
So this is no different to what we normally do, but last year we were consistently doing 3 videos a week. We dropped down to 2, and now we are going to keep it around 2, but some weeks there won't be content.
Correct.
We did say in that video as well that we aren't creating as much makeup breakup content because things aren't as interesting as they used to be. We've created literally like 300 episodes, so things get boring.
We are keeping an eye out for interesting things, though. Like,
we have one planned.
We do have one planned, so don't,
We're not putting it to bed.
It's not dead.
No. We're going to try to resurrect it as much as possible.
Correct.
But it's only going to be when things are interesting.
Yes.
So if you have any suggestions on what makeup breakups you want to see that we haven't done before, we're totally opening. We're opening to suggestions. We're open to suggestions. We're opening our doors to suggestions because, we do want to keep it going, but we just can't maintain it every single week. So that is sort of the update with our channel. Fridays, yes.
Other days.
Maybe. Possibly. But we're doing that for another reason as well. Besides it getting a bit old, we've actually got a secret new Beauty News member that's been around.
I'm having a baby.
Hayley's having a baby.
No, not. Kat is actually having a baby.
I was going to be like, where's your baby?
I'm not allowed to get pregnant at the moment.
No, she's not. She's on medication.
Not
so
me.
we're just going to have to share the love. Yes. So people think this table is to hide my baby
it's
bump.
Not.
It's not. It actually shows it more, which is really
We've wanted this table for so long.
Yeah.
But the previous room that we had for
the
filming, there was not enough space.
Yeah, literally if we had this table in here, we wouldn't be able to enter this area.
No, correct.
Because it was too narrow. So we got the table because we had to move our filming setup.
And we were like,
4 baby room.
Yes, we've got the space, we're doing it now.
Yeah. So
and that's also when we got the new chairs.
Yes. So it's not to hide it, unfortunately, because we used to have videos from about here up because we'd be closer and we could crop it a bit better. But now that it's a bit wider angle, you're going to start seeing the baby bump. So that's happening this year, which means that we've had to pull back our content. If we can create more content, we will. Yeah. But we also, I can't commit to it this year, if that makes sense. And occasionally it means that maybe there'll be baby around. Yeah. But
we're just
nothing else is
playing
changing.
it by ear. Like, it's not, this isn't, we're pretty fucking chill people.
We're keeping it chill.
In case you hadn't noticed.
We're keeping it pretty chill.
Yes. We'll take every day as it comes.
Yeah. But this week has been semi-big for sort of announcements.
Yeah, there's been something that's popped up, and I feel like if we don't address it just briefly, people are going to ask us a billion questions. This is about Nikki coming out as transgender female.
Yep.
And we totally support her.
Yeah.
We think it's great. We think it is absolutely revolting that she was put in a position where she was forced to do it.
Yeah.
So I hope something bad happens to whoever that was.
Yeah, karma's going to get you, bitch.
Because that's what you deserve.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like more fucking power to her.
And I'm glad she took her power back and she announced it in her way.
Yeah.
And I also am like, I think she's going to be such a great role model for people because it will show that like you can just like no one needs to worry about your business. Like if you want to make a statement about it, awesome. If you want to live your life, Nikki can.
Yeah.
Go you good thing.
Everyone can keep something secret if they want to. She did.
Oh yeah,
Nikki did.
Yeah. So
we all do.
I say go you good thing.
Yeah,
and,
me too.
More power to her for sure.
Absolutely. So good on her.
Yes, that was big news drop this week.
It was. Now that we've got the important stuff out of the way, let's get into the not so important stuff, which is makeup.
Hey, some of it might be important.
Look, it's not. I've seen it.
Hey, I think there's one important thing for me this week that I want to buy.
There's actually something that's very important for me. We'll get to it. So,
all right, cool.
You can totally pause the video or take these few seconds to leave your guesses down below.
Ooh.
What has released recently that Kat is going to be keen on or I'm going to be keen on? I know what she's keen on. She knows what I'm keen on. They're actually different things. So there's a hint for you.
They are different things. I just need to remember what yours is. Hang on, let me have a look. Oh, that's right.
She would be keen on my thing as well.
Yeah, I'm keen on your thing as well.
And I'm keen on her thing as well, but we both have things that we're particularly keen on.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. Votes in. Then let's start.
So we're going with updates and we're not going to focus on Lunar New Year stuff because we only have a couple of things. We're going to
What
throw
happened?
it in.
They gave up.
They gave up. They thought,
like-
we're nearly there. We're a week away. Let's hold our
Like
horses.
giving up on Christmas.
Yeah. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the new Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. So I did do a little audio insert when we saw this pop up last week. So this is actually a new collaboration palette with Amrezy, which is actually their third collaboration with Amrezy. Their first ever collaboration was with her, which was a palette, which was I think like 6 years ago or something. Yeah. So it was way before Anastasia Beverly Hills was known for eyeshadow products. They were known for their brow products, and then known for their contour kits and highlighter kits, and then eyeshadows.
Yes. Yeah.
So it was back before, probably like in the brow era. So then they had the highlighter, which was wildly popular, and they're doing another palette. So this is launching on the Anastasia Beverly Hills websites on the 14th of January. So when you're watching this, it's already up, but it is coming in stores and in other retail, like online retailers on the 19th. It's going to be $49 US, which I believe is a little bit more expensive than the normal palettes.
I think so, yeah.
Possibly, but if it is, it's because they've got 2 extra shades thrown in. So this is not a 14-pan palette, it's a 16-pan palette. And the thing about it that's kind of strange is that it's got 7 mattes, 7 shimmers, and 2 pressed glitters, which is a first formula for them. How do we feel about that?
Well, did everyone hear the news that Temptalia got glitter stuck in her eye?
I think
it happens.
Yeah, and it was eye safe glitter.
It was eye safe glitter.
And she had to go to the hospital or something?
She had to have a doctor called to her home. So lucky that she lived in an area where she had that service available to her. But it is serious fucking business, let's face it. Like,
it's plastic in your eye.
It's plastic in your eyeball. It's not actually easy to get out either. We're not talking about a little plastic bead. It's flat.
And was it stuck under her lid?
Yeah, it was. So she's all right now, if you're worried and you hadn't heard about that. But I have lots of problems with this palette, and I'm a little bit hesitant to talk about them because I feel like we're about to get slayed for it.
Like the Jackie.
Yeah,
in
like
context,
the Jackie. And
like the Jackie Aina palette, which, mind you, on sale, we bought.
I got it for Christmas.
I bought it for her for Christmas.
Yeah, because I genuinely liked it.
Yeah.
I liked the palette. I just thought it was very repetitive to Anastasia Beverly Hills colour stories. Correct.
Which is exactly how I feel about this one.
Except you forgot the biggest things about this palette that make it stand above and beyond the rest and so important to their repertoire. Contains a pop of blue, a pop of pink, a pop of lavender, and it's going to be longer than the original palettes. If I had this in my collection and it sat with my Anastasia palettes, I would rage. Yeah. I can't buy this. I also do not like having a black eyeshadow in there because I'm not that person.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are, and that's, totally fine. That's much more of a personal thing for me.
Yes.
But this is a motherfucking neutral palette with a pop of blue, a pop of pink, and lavender.
The thing that annoys me about this, and once again, this is pretty much my criticism for the Jackie palette, but people took the criticism for the Jackie palette as being racism, even though it was just about makeup. Now I'm going to do it about the Amrezy palette. I'm going to pretty much say exactly the same thing.
We did it with the Carly Bible palette too.
Yeah, I know.
No one can say we're racist with her.
No one cares about that. Anyway, so like you said, if you have a fair repertoire of their eyeshadow palette, their past eyeshadow palettes, you can make this.
Yeah.
It's become very cliche. Like you said, pop of pink, pop of blue, and pressed glitters. Not only is it cliche for Anastasia Beverly Hills, but it's cliche for the makeup industry right now as a whole. And I understand that this might be something that Amrezy really enjoys using, but she probably really enjoys using them because she already has them from fucking Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have them. This is a mix between Modern Renaissance, Norvina with a pop of blue.
Yeah.
And a bit of soft glam thrown in there.
A little bit of Riviera chucked in there to boot.
The blue is the Riviera pop. The pink, which mind you, it's a shimmery pink, so it's slightly different. Riviera had a shimmery pink, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it does.
But the last few palettes of Anastasia Beverly Hills, pop of pink.
Yeah,
for me, I am curious about what their glitter formula is.
Absolutely, so am I. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy a palette that is just so redundant in my collection just to try their glitter formula.
Yeah.
I'll just wait until I see it at Sephora and stick my finger in it like everyone else does.
And I'm going to do what I did with the Carly Bible palette and just wait until it's 40% off and then be like, all right,
even
maybe.
then, I can't buy it. It
of the
will
size?
raid. I'm really strange like that.
I don't understand why they decided to make it just 2 shades bigger because, okay, and I think a lot of people do feel the same way. If you have a collection and they're all lined up, it's sort of easy to add to that collection if it sort of works with the format.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's just a little bit off, you're like, it's just a little bit fucking infuriating every time I see it. And I think it would have been smarter to change the whole dynamics of the palette shape.
If you were going to do that.
If you're going to do that. Because this looks like one of their permanent palettes, but just a little bit different.
Yeah.
Which I don't get.
Like, this might not be the case for everyone, so I'm speaking more on a personal level here. I think in the beauty world, like if you consider yourself maybe a little bit of a beauty junkie like us, you do like things that are within the same family to all be uniform and all like, it's like when you have all your MAC lipsticks in a MAC holder or all of your YSLs in a YSL holder. Like, if any are slightly taller than the others.
Or don't fit into the holder.
For no obvious, like, or no good reason, it's kind of like, get out. You're the first one I'm going to declutter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I think that this would be the first one that people would declutter if they have it in their collection and doesn't fit with all their brothers and sisters.
That's fair. But if you're an Amrezy fan and you love like, I'm sure the quality is going to be...
I don't have a problem with her. Like,
I don't even know anything about her except for her collaboration. So
I've seen her go off on, I think, is it Instagram a few times or something like that. I actually, like, I kind of love her fiery vibe. I love it. She's like, she doesn't take shit from anyone. I kind of love that.
I like that too.
So, like, I have no issue with her. I just don't see this being something that would be added to my collection. There's too many holes in it.
And too many repeats in it.
Yeah. Before we move on from this to Jouer and their new concealer, there's a little tweet that's been made by Norvina, and it reads as, the next ABH palette is at Holiday 2020. So this is Anastasia Beverly Hills branding palette.
Yeah.
We are living in Pink Series, and Pink Series is like capital P, capital S. So that means something all year long. Norvina, which is the brand Norvina.
Within Anastasia Beverly Hills.
Within ABH. Has a mini and a full size between now and holiday. So that's 2 on the way. I know it's always about the big reveal, but I hear people ask for a warning so they can save their monies.
So, yeah. So I think this is... people must have been like, you just released the Carly Bible one.
Yeah.
This is too soon. And I understand that because this is really soon. This is January.
I respect people having that opinion.
Yeah. So I think this is in response to that. I don't know what Pink Series is.
No.
It sounds like it's a new series of a makeup line. So it sounds like Norvina will be releasing a couple of palettes this year. Anastasia Beverly Hills, the typical palettes, will take a back step. And whatever Pink Series is...
I don't want it.
It's pink. I don't want it. But,
probably.
But it sounds like that's going to be their main focus. So I think they're trying to deflect the sort of reputation that they've had, that they're just pumping out releases and, you know, people want more money, warnings so they can save their money is because they've been pumping out expensive palettes like it's going out of style. So I think they've heard the feedback, but I don't think this implies that they're not going to be pumping out releases. I just think they're holding back on palettes.
Not pumping out palettes.
Yeah, so there we go.
All right. Well, that's good because I've still got several of theirs that I haven't used from years ago.
That's true. I have 3.
So, you know.
I literally have 3.
That's fine. Thanks. Holiday 2020. Yeah. See you then, dolls.
See you then. All right, next thing is Jouer concealer. So we did talk about, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, we talked about the founder of Jouer showing a concealer, which is like a triangle tip concealer, and we have details. So it is the Essential High Coverage Concealer Pen. It's launching Friday. So when you're watching this, it's launching soon. So 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be in 25 shades, $22 US each, and it'll be available Jouer Cosmetics and Sephora. So this is actually just adding to a line. I think they have the Essential High Coverage Foundation, Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. So this is just the concealer pen version.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be packed with powerful skincare ingredients. We talked about this the reacting to the trends.
Skincare infused to makeup.
Yeah. So it's got hyaluronic acid. What's arbutin?
Arbutin, yeah, I'm not sure, but apparently it brightens. Yeah.
There's meadow foam seed oil for moisturization. It's vegan and cruelty free. So that is the goss on that one.
Excellent. Okay, little update on Midas Cosmetics and Smokey Glow. So here's what we know about this collaboration. The full reveal of the products will be on January 23rd, and that is when pricing and pre-order launch date will be announced. So we don't know much about it other than that. The PR box will be available to purchase, and if you miss out, don't stress, because they are going to restock until the demand for the collaboration stops.
Which is great.
Yeah.
It's not
Love the transparency.
Yeah, it's not a limited edition product. It's not like, buy it now, we've only got 500 units.
Yeah.
But at the same time...
Technically, it is limited edition because it will stop being created eventually.
Yeah.
But only when you guys say that you're over it.
But is that limited edition, or is that discontinuing a product that's
it's
technically. So if people are interested in it for 10 years, it'll be around for 10 years.
It'll still be around for 10 years.
And a lot of brands, Marc Jacobs is one that churns through products. Like they turn over products so quickly. And that's why you often see Marc Jacobs products on sale in like Sephora. I love that too. But they're like, this whole range, gone.
You stopped buying it.
Yeah, something else is coming out next week.
Which is fair.
Yeah, so
I think it's good.
Yeah,
you get it.
Brands need to do it. They can't keep making things that don't sell.
To be fair, if you're really, really proper interested in something, you're prob's going to buy it. Or start saving so you can buy it.
But also like this. Okay, so the items that they're releasing in this collection, there's an 18 colour eyeshadow palette, a highlighter duo, and a lip gloss trio. Realistically, the only things you will ever repurchase might be the trio. So it makes sense that they're going to release these. People who are interested are going to buy it.
Yeah.
And then once they have it, instead of releasing a mini version, because let's try to pump the sales like James Charles, let it go and move on to something else. Like, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Okay, Tati Beauty. Let's do it.
Blendiful.
So, it is not a sponge. It is a velour puff.
Yes.
2, to be exact.
Yeah. So, what's your opinion on this though? Because, like, I feel like it's a funny one because she was pretty much, I don't remember the exact wording, so forgive me. But she did make it out to be like this is going to be an innovative sort of like new thing. Yeah. Velour puffs have been used by makeup artists for decades.
I love them. They're great. However, I've never used them in the way that she is encouraging people to use them or selling them like for this specific purpose. It's interesting. So I've used velour puffs to apply things to bodies before for like photo shoots. But I've never used them to apply makeup.
Because a lot of people use them to lean.
Yeah, that's because always, like, you never... If you're doing something, like, intricate on their face, say you need to do a wing liner and you want a razor-sharp wing liner because it's being taken close up, you don't want to be, like, putting your hand on someone's face. Your hands are dirty. They're always dirty.
And you've just done their makeup.
You don't want to accidentally lift something. Often you might have like highlight in that area or something. You don't want to smudge it. So you take a velour puff, for example, like this. You attach it to your fingers and then you rest it on the face and you do your work so that you can use their face to steady your hand if need be, which a lot of people do need to be able to do that.
Of course.
So that's what I use them for, and it protects the face and you're not getting anything... You're not getting your oils from your hands onto their face. Sometimes you've got makeup on your hands, and if you accidentally touch their face, you'll get red lipstick on them. Like, it happens. The weirdest shit can happen during makeup application. So that's what I use them for. It never fucking dawned on me to pick up my liquid foundation or my concealer and apply it. And I was a little bit like, I'm ashamed that I never thought to do this. But to be fair, I don't think I've ever seen Tati, and I've watched a lot of Tati videos. I don't think I've ever seen her use a velour puff to apply her makeup like a foundation or a concealer, or I've seen her use it to like bake.
Yeah.
And I have used one to bake. But
look, I haven't watched Tati religiously for quite some time.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against Tati. I just haven't watched beauty content religiously for the longest time. But I agree with you. She did, in her reveal video, she did show footage of her using it.
Yes.
But that was like footage that I believe was created
for that content.
Demonstration.
Yes, correct.
And so this particular puff that she's bringing out is quite big.
It's huge.
It's bigger than your average velour puff, and what she's saying is that you can do a full face with it. So you can literally put your foundation on using one portion, your concealer with another, powder with another.
Blush, bronzer, highlight.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's talking as deep as eyeshadow. I don't know how that would go. I don't think she's insinuating that. I think she's insinuating base and base colour products.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was very intrigued when I saw it. It was not what I was expecting. And I kind of want to try it, but I'm also thinking, like, should I just pull out my velour puffs and try it myself? But then again, not all velour puffs are made the same. So that's where I'm also like, eventually I might have to try hers, because she's apparently created it specifically for this purpose.
Yeah, and I think it is slightly different, but again, it's so easy for a makeup consumer to be like, that's a velour puff. Like, it's nothing. It's sort of repurposing an existing product.
Yes.
Now, this might be fantastic, and she does talk about it applying really well. As someone that does apply a lot of makeup to my face, this doesn't appeal to me.
That's fair.
And it's like, if it does everything, okay, cool. I just think it's hard enough washing sponges.
Yeah.
Then washing a velour puff. Like, I'm the kind of person that when I get one of those powders that come with a velour sort of puffing, I put those in a drawer.
Yeah,
I'm
throw
like,
most of them out.
Too much fucking effort, mate.
I have like my favourites, and that's it. Yeah.
I keep them just in a drawer in case I need them for something. But at the same time, I'm just like, I never want to use them because the idea of washing them is gross.
Yeah.
It's hard enough, like I said, washing sponges. So I think this is an interesting idea, and if it's something she believes in, awesome. But I can't see many consumers that aren't big Tati fans going, wow, this is changing the way I'm going to do my makeup, because I actually don't think it's that appealing.
Yeah. I think what is difficult about this item is moving people away from sponges to use it, essentially. That's where I think this is going to be difficult. I think there'll be a lot of people who look at it and go, yeah, but I got a sponge. And I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing with my routine at the moment. So why go there? Why bother even trying it? If it's an amazing product and it takes off online and there are hundreds upon hundreds of reviews of people like raving about it and showing close-ups and it's like a magic wand for the face, okay, fine, I can definitely see it taking off. But I understand what you're saying. I think it's going to be a divide. There's going to be people who are really interested in trying it and keen to play with it, and I'm one of those people. But I'm also a little bit on your side where I'm more inclined to try the things that I have at home already before I delve into this. But there's also going to be people who are like, mate. And I can understand.
And that's the thing. I think when she did sort of announce that this was coming, she said that you will know if it's going to be a product for you. I think that's really valid.
She was spot on with that.
Because it is, it's not a product that it's like, everyone's going to love this. It's
correct.
Definitely not. And at least she's got the insight to realise that.
Yeah.
But so you get the big one and you also get a little travel version.
Yeah, and it's in the shape of a heart.
Yeah, which is cute.
I think it's sweet.
But what I do like about that is that, once again, if you're... Okay, I'm going to say I have about 4 sponges on the go at any one time because I don't want to have to wash them every day. So I like to use them for like say I'm using full face 4 days a week, and then at the
you've
end
got
of the week
4
I'll wash
sponges
it.
and then you wash it.
Yeah.
I'm actually the same as you.
So I like the idea that you can maybe go in with a little one on days where you're like, I just want to use my concealer, but it's mainly used for touch-ups during the day.
Yeah, she said it's amazing for touch-ups.
Yeah, and what I like about it is that she's got oily skin like I do, like Hayley used to.
Yeah, I remember the struggles.
And I like the idea that you can potentially blot.
Yes, she did mention that. I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm actually more intrigued by the little one than by the big one.
And look, I'm sure the big one blots as well, but
you don't want to carry it with
and cumbersome. And the little one is kind of cool.
And you don't want a massive one just to blot.
No, you don't. Look, it's very cute to pick up a tiny little heart-shaped velour puff and do this one on the train. You don't want to pull one out that's basically half the size of your hand and be like...
It's got some blush and some bronzer and some concealer from the morning, and you're like trying to look for an empty spot.
No, you want the little one for your handbag and the big one for your beauty table.
Yeah, that's true. But these are $18 US for the duo, and they're available now.
I think that's a reasonable price. You can certainly get some cheaper, but I want to not be too harsh about this because I don't know what her quality is like. I haven't touched them. So I don't want to judge because they're not all made the same.
That's true.
I know that for sure.
That's true.
All right, new stuff.
Woo!
Yes, we've got some goodies here from By Terry. This is a special limited edition packaging collection, and it contains the VIP Expert Paris by Night palette and Paris by Light palette. They're both 49 euros each. These are not existing products as far as I'm aware.
No, I think they're new palettes.
Yeah. I do like what they've done with the pans. I think it's very cute, but I wouldn't buy it because the cuteness would stop me from using it. Yeah. And then we have 2 repackaged items. So these are existing just in limited edition packaging. The Hyaluronic Hydra Powder, £46, and the Lash Expert Twin
Twist brush.
Oh, words today. Twist brush, 27.50 euros, and it's all available now on the By Terry website.
All right, Chanel have added to their lip range. So these are the Rouge, Allure, Camellia lipsticks and essentially long-wear pencils. So these are available now at Chanel and other retailers, and we've got the Rouge Allure limited edition lipsticks. They're $40 US each. So it's a high concentration of ultrafine pigments for intense shades from the first stroke. So it's supposed to be a long wear, colourful lipstick. It's also got sweet almond and cypan wood oil for smooth, hydrated, protected lips.
Not heard of that ingredient
before. And it comes in 4 shades. And then we have what looks like the velvet version. So this is again limited edition, $40 US, but it's got more soft focus, matte finish rather than it does have jojoba oil for smooth lips, but it's not as sort of hydrating and probably glossy looking, and that also comes in 4 shades. Then we've got the longwear lip pencils, $31 US, and these I believe are permanent. They're coming in 19 shades that match the house lipsticks. And it's also got integrated blending brush and pencil sharpener. So semi-matte, sharp, precise, all day long finish. So there we go. They do have like cute packaging with a little flower on the top.
They do. They really do. I like it. There is one other thing that we've seen from Chanel. We're going to hold off talking about it in depth, but we will let you know there is another collection that has been spotted in Canada. And it could very well be related to this Camellia lipstick collection because the little pans are flowers on the lip palette and the eye palettes. So when we know more about that, we'll update you.
Yeah, but it looks like it's a spring collection.
Yeah. Oh, be still my beating heart. Chantecaille has arrived with a gorgeous spring 2020 collection. So we have the Hummingbird Eye Quartet. This is in warm, it says, which is interesting. We might see more of these. US $72. So it contains 4 eyeshadows. I think we've got 1 matte and 3 like shimmery shades. Yeah. Very wearable. I'm sorry to people who hate that word, but it's a thing. Then we have the Perfect Blur Finishing Powder. This is $80 US. And this is an ultra fine instant blur powder that smooths and perfects the complexion. I want it.
Yeah. I don't hate it.
I want the packaging. I want the powder.
I just don't want the price tag.
I don't want the price tag. You can keep the price tag.
Yeah. So it's a weightless finishing powder that helps skin appear softly filtered and flawless. Long-lasting gel powder is infused with special combinations of optically correcting pearls and blurring spheres. This reminds me of the powder they released in their Christmas range. And we swatched it the other day. It actually looks very beautiful. It could totally be used as a highlighter though.
It could, yeah. Heavy as a highlighter.
Yeah. But it swatched very pretty. I was like, okay.
I gotcha.
I understand what you're talking about.
I will say this about Chantecaille. Very, very, very expensive. Beautiful packaging. Nice products. Like,
I don't think I've actually used any, to be fair.
I think, look, their eyeshadows, honestly, based on what we like from eyeshadows, I would say for the most part avoid. Like if you were going to get like a nice shimmery brown, you'd be happy with that. But
it's like the basics of the colour.
Yeah, I would go basics. I wouldn't ever try and buy any of their bright shadows. I just don't think they meet what we like of that type of thing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to their base products...
They're
pretty good. I like them very much. I know. And it's very hard because $80 like, it's a lot of money here. It's like $68 million.
Yeah, it literally is. It's my year's earnings. And if I'm going to spend that much money on a powder, it actually has to change my life.
Yes. And
like
look,
it literally has to change
I will
my life.
say they're very nice, but they're not life-changing.
Yeah, I would sit down in a store and be like, put it on me, and if I walk out and I have the best makeup day of my life,
I'll be back.
I will be back.
Yes, that's
But
totally
if you do
fair.
not meet that criteria,
we can't do it.
Yeah, it's just that excessive amount for
Yes. I am actually going to just say one thing before we move on from this. I am surprised that there's no mention of donating to some sort of organisation revolved around hummingbirds, because that's what is on the packaging. And usually when they do that, they donate to a charity.
Yeah, but it's always an undisclosed some proceeds, portion of the proceeds. So it's hard to sort of judge anyway.
It is, yeah. From Cleonadh Cosmetics, we are getting some new additions to the stained glass collection. So there's going to be a total of 4 new shades added to the range. We've got Gloaming, which is a silvery iridescent glitter that shifts from pink to orange, yellow and lime with hints of turquoise. Then we have Gleam, which is, again, iridescent glitter that shifts from pink, orange, and yellow. And finally, well, not finally, third up, we have Glint, which is an iridescent glitter that shifts from bright yellow, lime, turquoise, and indigo at some angles.
All right, Editing Cat here, and I thought I would add this in because we were missing one shade, and now we've seen it. It's easier than having to update it next week. So the last shade that they're releasing is called Gilding. It's an iridescent glitter that shifts from bright gold with hints of silver, yellow, mint green, and turquoise. So that's the last shade from the stained glass collection that's being added.
Along with those, there's going to be 3 new shades of the jeweled multichromes. So we have images of 2. So these are Vermeil and Burnished compared to Weathered, which is already in the range. We have not seen the third one yet.
All right, another thing from Cleonadh, and this one's actually pretty cool. So they have revealed their Koala charity trio. So 100% of the proceeds will be donated to Wire's Wildlife Rescue, which is an emergency fund. It's actually only for New South Wales.
Okay.
Wildlife, which is a bit annoying because we live in Victoria. But that's where most of the fires were, so it makes
where
sense.
They started.
So this is an eyeshadow trio. It contains the shades Koala, which is a buttery smooth blue-toned charcoal matte.
Nice.
Gorgeous colour.
Appropriate.
Gumtree is a dark grey based metallic that has reflex of gold, so it's really beautiful. It looks purple.
Yeah.
Because it's like a grey...
reflex of red.
Yeah, makes it look purple. So it looks really cool. The last shade is Eucalyptus, which is a vibrant pearl white that has a reflex of red, green, gold sparkles. So it can be used as a highlight or a topper shadow. And you can see it in the photo on top of Gumtree. I'd love to see it on top of Koala.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is coming soon for 21 Canadian dollars on the Cleonadh Cosmetics website. So
excellent.
Yeah, it's a cute little bundle.
It is.
And it's great to see that 100% of the proceeds goes to a good cause.
It is.
That is close to our heart.
Yes.
All right, you might have realised that last week we didn't talk about Colourpop. Woo!
Oh my God.
Watch out, kids. Now we've got a couple.
Jesus.
I know. To be fair, before that episode did go up, there were a couple of new things that popped up, but we thought,
hold your horses.
you can
mate.
wait. I'm not re-editing the episode.
No, not for
minutes
Colourpop.
before it goes up, just
Sorry,
for
dolls.
Colourpop. You can wait, hun.
Yep.
The first thing we saw was they've extended their no filter collection. So they've added 3 new shades of their loose setting powder. So there's peach, soft pink, and translucent caramel. So now it looks like there's 6 in total, and they're $9 each. Then we have the mint collection. So this has come out. If you wanted mint products, you've got them, including a mint eyeshadow palette. So one of their capsule palettes, it's a 9-pan palette. It's the Mint to Be palette, and it contains no pressed glitters.
Good.
My God.
You're listening.
I know. So
let Anastasia fall behind Colourpop.
Rise
Above.
to the occasion.
Yes.
Move on. And get on to like duochromes and multichromes.
Yeah, I know.
I know
Come
that
on.
they're probably out of their price range, but I want to see them do it.
Yeah.
So we've got the palette, $12. We've got 2 new shades of Super Shock Shadow, $6 each. So you've got Flux and Mint for you. One of them is a shimmery green and another one is a matte light mint color. Then we've got 2 new shades of Glitterally Obsessed. See, these are body gel glitter products. They're $8 each. There's one in mint condition and one fresher than you. One is sort of like, they're both white, sort of iridescent. One shifts more bluey toned and one's more sort of aqua green toned. Then we've got the Matcha Love Set, which is $14. It's got the Matcha Face Milk from 4th Ray Beauty and also a lippy scrub. So once again, these are all out, but if you like that sort of soft pastel mint sort of vibe, you're going to love it. And I think they did hint in the comments in response to someone else asking for mint or asking for pastels that there are pastel palettes coming. So I think this is just the start of it.
It would make sense. We'll be talking about this for weeks.
Editing Cat here again, and of course Colourpop, cheeky buggers. They are releasing a new collection on the 16th of January at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, I want to mention something that will be a trend in this episode is that whenever I refer to the 16th of January, which a lot of things in this episode are releasing on the 16th, I refer to Friday. For some reason, I had it in my head that the 16th is Friday. It's not. The 17th is Friday. So yeah, the rest of this episode, please keep that in mind because, I believe there's a few occasions where I refer to the 16th being a Friday, but it's not. It's Thursday. So the collection that Colourpop is releasing on Thursday is a sort of, it's 2 mini collections. There's one called Blush Crush and one called Nude Mood. So there is a Blush Crush palette, which is sort of rosy toned, sort of muted colours. Nude Mood is more of a warm toned nude palette. So instead of having the blushy pink colours that Blush Crush has, this has a lot more sort of browns and orangey browns, reddy tones and some sort of bronzes in there. Then there's 2 shades of Super Shock highlighter. So there's You're a Catch and The Real Thing. You're a Catch is more of a cool champagne shade. It's got packaging that matches the sort of Blush Crush range. And the shade The Real Thing is more of a goldy highlighter. And once again, it's got packaging that matches the Nude Mood palette. Then we have 2 Just a Tint lip duos. So we've got The Sweetest Thing and Can't Bear It. And you guessed it, The Sweetest Thing sort of suits the Blush Crush range. So it's got more pinky tone nudes, whereas Can't Bear It has more browny sort of burgundy tone nudes, and it matches Nude Mood. So yeah, 2 little capsule collections coming out with the 9-pan palette, highlighter and a lip duo in each, and one is more pinky rosy toned and one is more warm nude toned.
Okay, we have some stuff from Dior here. So we've got the skin correcting concealer. This comes in 30 shades. It's $36 US. So this is an all-in-one 24-hour wear extreme skincare and concealer.
It's extreme.
It's extreme. In a single sweep, the multi-use concealer hides under-eye circles, localized redness, blemishes and imperfections without settling into facial lines for a flawless complexion from morning to night.
Yes, please.
Sold!
I'll take it.
It's non-comedogenic and
Dermatologically tested. I hate that word.
They say this is where they lose me.
I know. They've totally contradicted themselves.
They have
cheeky
100%,
bastards.
100%. Coverage is buildable from light. Applied locally to full all over the face. What?
No.
Look, we have to just stop here for a second at this from light to full coverage. I think Dior doesn't understand the concept of light coverage, medium coverage, and full coverage. Light coverage isn't when you just like pop a little bit here, and full coverage is when you apply concealer to your full face. It's
that's application.
That's called foundation, darling.
I love that. Like if you just put a little bit here, it's light coverage. When you take over how much coverage you put on your face, it's light. So a little bit. It's only like 5% of your face.
Yeah,
surface.
it's light coverage.
It's light. But if you put it everywhere, it's full coverage because it's everywhere. It's not how it works.
It's 2020 and these people run a brand.
And a very successful brand.
I know.
But this might be interesting for people that like the Dior Forever foundation because this is the concealer version that goes alongside it.
And that is a nice foundation.
Never used it. It's too bougie for me. Maybe one day. Maybe when I go through all my like 20 foundations, I'll be like, now it's time to splurge. I managed to get myself to a point where I literally have 0 foundations. Now I can buy Dior,
one.
here I come.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this, it makes sense adding this to that particular range because I believe it's a fairly successful foundation range.
Yes.
But I do agree with you. Like, if you're going to have extreme skincare and concealer, okay, extreme skincare means that it's got a lot of skincare properties, but extreme concealer to me implies that it's got good coverage.
Yes, correct.
And I don't feel like, okay, if you apply a small amount and you blend it, if it blends, like if it's so emollient and beautiful that it blends just flawlessly with a light coverage, okay, cool, I'll listen to you. But that rarely happens because that means to get the full coverage, you have to cake it on.
Correct.
So, I often feel like, medium to buildable, to full coverage. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Maybe light to medium makes sense. Light to like extreme. I don't buy it.
No.
I don't buy it.
No. I just can't get over that coverage line.
Yeah.
It's just, yes, very good.
That's not what coverage means.
No.
That just means how much surface area you've covered.
Yeah, exactly. We're not talking about clothes.
Yeah, your coverage.
Yeah.
I've got full coverage right now.
Yeah. Pull these down, full coverage. Pull them up, it's light.
Light coverage.
So anyway, did we mention 30 shades? It is available now. The images are also photoshopped. I just have to address that. I'm talking about the application images.
Yeah, they're massively photoshopped. And holy shit.
I'm not just talking about like the basics of the skin, like making it look perfected without makeup on, but that's exactly what they've done. But if you look closely at the model's eyes, like underneath their eyes, you can see where they have photoshopped away lines.
Yeah, it almost looks like they've perfected their face shape as well.
Yeah.
Like their nose shape, the lip shape, the jawline just looks a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
Which is very confusing. And if you zoom in, if you zoom in and you see skin texture, You often see people that say, oh, it's so great that they are now not photoshopping to the point where you can't see skin texture. No. They just know to put in perfected skin texture on top of the photoshopped photos.
Yeah.
So it's a thing that they do now with high resolution images to make it look more realistic. But you're right, they actually look like they've changed the shape. And when they do have the little sort of under eye, which is just lid space.
It's completely normal to have like extra skin there for your eye to have the ability to move properly.
Yeah, but if that is what the concealer does, that concealer is literally doing plastic surgery.
Yeah, it is. And that's called a magic wand or plastic surgery, not concealer.
Yeah.
Like, this is why the plastic surgery industry is still a multi-billion-dollar industry and hasn't been kicked off the stage by
concealer. In this image of the beautiful lady with the deep skin, she's got skin texture on one side. The other side is they've taken away all her character in her face.
They have.
Even like the creases next to her nose, which is expression lines. They've taken away her character. This is not like, look how perfected you can be with concealer. Because this is shit. This is degrading to beautiful women.
This is what is massively wrong with the beauty industry, and people have been trying to fight for so long.
Yeah.
Because
there's nothing wrong with her
There's
before.
nothing wrong with her. There's nothing wrong. And essentially they've gone, okay, let's just Photoshop you and make you look perfect, because that's what we want you to think that you can get from this concealer.
Oh, can I speak? Like, this is not news, but this is something that I want to speak about because it fucking drives me bananas, and I've seen this pop up a couple times. And I'm going to find it so they don't get rid of it, because I don't want these fuckers to tart. It's tart.
Oh.
So we've got here that if you don't wear makeup and you are a smiling, happy, engaged mum, you're just a mum. If you use concealer and you brush your hair every day, which, fuck you, you're a super mum. And the mum is holding a fucking coffee and a wine, and the super mum is holding concealers. What a fucking piece of shit. You're dead to me. That's like this is what perpetuates women hating on women or women hating themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's this shit. It's not.
And this
it's
is
not
the thing.
Right.
Makeup is not meant to be about making you perfect.
Or shaming other people that they're not as good as you.
I fucking hated how brands do this. Like, get with the fucking times, all right? We are beyond this. You don't need to make women feel like shit to buy your products.
Yeah.
You don't need to shame them for the life that they live and make them think, oh, if I buy that concealer, it's going to make me a super mum. They're all fucking super mums.
And if they're dropping their kids off at school with messy hair and tracky dacks and coffee in their hand, they're getting shit done.
Exactly.
They're a fucking super mum. They don't need your shape tape.
Nah, shame on you, Tart. You're done for me. Get fuck right off.
Yeah, anyway, I thought that was
demonetized. Sorry, I swore a lot. I'm sorry, YouTube. We've got to fight for women's rights.
That's true.
Now, back to Dior, because we're not done. They have released some new items in their Backstage collection, and this collection is called Glow Vibes. It's their spring collection. So this consists of 2 Quint eyeshadow palettes. They're $63 each. You've got Pink Vibration, which contains shocking purple, bold yellow, and pastel orange tones. There is a second one. It's called Blue Beat. This is lagoon blues and sea greens mixed with pinks and iridescent whites. I do think they're cute. I don't mind them. I think they're kind of fresh coming from Dior. So I'll give them that. It's just not something that I would want to buy.
No, and I also, here's the thing. Similar to how you said, what brand were you talking about with?
Chantecaille?
Chantecaille.
Yes.
Similar to how you're saying that, you know, if you wanted to look at their eyeshadows, you'd get a basic brown or a basic nude that you can just chuck on, and it's not going to be like a statement thing, because generally when you want colours like this, you want them to be vibrant.
Quite bold,
And Dior does not deliver great, vibrant, colourful shades.
And I think, look, what concerns me is that there are some pastel leaning shades here, and pastel eyeshadows, they're very difficult. They're notoriously difficult to formulate well. And when it comes to actually putting them on the face, then they translate in a completely different way as well. And that's where you run into major issues where you're spending $63 on a quint of eyeshadows that
make you look like a chalky mess.
So yeah, I'm just not, like, I would totally swatch these. I can look at them and say they're pretty, but I wouldn't put my money there because I'm not confident in it.
Yeah, and you know, prove us wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Prove us wrong, Dior.
Love it.
I want there to be reviews of these being like,
holy
fucking
shit,
my God, these have changed my life.
Yep.
And if that's the case, I will happily check them out.
Mate, I love to eat my words when I'm wrong about makeup because it means that brands are making changes.
Yeah, and stepping up.
Exactly. Then we have two things that are very, very beautiful.
Yes. Damn it.
I know. These are the Dior Skin Nude Luminizers. They're $50 each. I know. Fuck.
That pink
I
one
agree.
As well. What is
I
with
agree.
them?
So we've got Rosy Vibes. This is the Charming Pastel Pink. It definitely looks duochrome.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a nice
pink to pale gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have Coral Vibes. This is a coral that warms the complexion. Bronzer.
I would buy this as a blush.
I would too.
Yeah, because I love a nice sort of illuminating blush. Yeah. And I think these coral tones are beautiful. I'd buy one as a blush and one as a highlighter.
I know. And look, it's on my list. I literally have this.
She has a list now.
I have this tiny little list at home where I'm like, when you start getting shit done, you can reward yourself with these things.
We were in Chemist Warehouse the other day and she was adding to her list.
I was. Just one liner. I didn't buy it,
though. It was half price at Chemist Warehouse. Like, you're going on the list.
Yes. I'm trying to be a little bit strict with myself.
No, that's
at
good.
least for a few months.
That's
like
good.
At the start of the year,
you
can really fucking put the brakes on.
I hear you.
Then we have the Rouge Dior. So these are lipsticks. We've got 4 shades. We've got Rosewood Vibe, Purple Pulse, Peach Pout, and Coral Cool. Then we have the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow. This is $37. It is limited edition and it is in one shade. It's a pearl, which is a subtle pearlescent pink. So that is like it's a blush. It's a single blush. It's very pink.
It looks very basic.
It does. It's basic. We've got 2 lip glows. These are both limited edition as well. So we've got Pearl and Ultra Coral. Pearl is a subtly iridescent pink. So I think the reason they're calling this limited edition, because they do have one of these in their range, I think this one has a slight shimmer in it.
Okay.
Maybe. And then Ultra Coral is an energizing coral. We have Dior Lip Glow Oils. These are new and permanent. So they're $34 each. We have 6 shades. We've got pink, bright coral, berry, raspberry, rosewood, and cherry. Then we have 3 nail polishes. Limited edition, they're $28 each. We've got Perfect Peach, Smooth, and Vibes. Vibes is sick.
Yeah.
Vibes is a green colour.
Yeah, it's like a nice teal colour.
It's really nice. And I like it with the swinging peach as well. I reckon they would go really well together.
Yeah.
And the last item is a Dior top coat. It's called Glow Vibes. It's limited edition, $29. It's a Pearl Pulse palpitating pearly pink shade.
As you do.
As you do, indeed.
Yeah, I want my nail polish to palpitate.
So do I.
It's just like pulsing. Oh shit! I wouldn't be able to sleep.
No, neither would I.
Get the fuck
neither
out.
would I.
Get off my nails and bite
Correct.
you off. All right, Dominique Cosmetics. We've seen. Look, it's their 2nd birthday, so they're celebrating with the Latte 2 collection. I guess.
Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. So they've got a mocha scented palette. So it's a next evolution of neutrals with pop of color. That can be multi-purposed as under-eye brighteners for light to dark skin tones and a blush.
Oh, okay.
I don't think, look, if you want to do that, you can do that with any eyeshadow. Let's be real.
You can.
But they're trying to make it sound a bit fancier than it actually is. It's an eyeshadow
palette. So it's a face palette with a yellow and a mint green.
Yeah. It's
sarcastic, but
powders
yes.
in a palette.
Yeah.
And they've also launched 2 new shades of ultra hydrating balmy lip glosses that smell like heaven, they say.
Oh.
So the 2 shades of the lip glosses, they've got Creamer and Java, so they're just expanding the range. And then the eyeshadow palette is inspired by sort of coffee. So their first palette they released, I believe, was a Latte palette. So this is just sort of the updated version. You've got some browns, which I really love. You've got some cream shades. I get it. Champagnes, sure. Strawberry milk, don't really get. Blondie Roast, I'm going to talk about this name in a second.
Yep.
And then Matcha. So look, I get it. It's a neutral with a pop of yellow, teal, and pink. It is typical of what we're seeing these days. I do like the sort of quad with the browns or the half with the browns. Such a wasted opportunity to not use turmeric latte or turmeric latte as a name, because that would make perfect sense.
That would actually make
They even
sense.
have beetroot lattes these days that you don't need to worry about the strawberry milk.
Strawberry milk, not even important.
Not a thing.
Not related to...
I love strawberry milk.
We love it. Not related to coffee in the slightest.
No.
Unless you're using strawberry milk to put in your coffee.
I've done it before.
You have?
I have.
Does it work?
Look, it's drinkable.
Okay. You get on with it.
Yeah. Chocolate milk's better. I'm just going to put it out there.
Fair.
I've been there.
Yeah, definitely beetroot latte and turmeric latte would have worked well. Matcha fits, although it's tea.
But it's
you
latte.
can have matcha latte.
Matcha
That's
latte.
fair.
So
That's fair.
that could be the latte quad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I don't hate it, but I would actually prefer it without the colours in it, to be perfectly fair.
I'm swinging that way as well. I'm swinging the way of like larger sort of neutral palettes, and then you get the pops of colour in the little like capsule
this
palettes.
Much. Yeah. You get like a quarter of a gram, not even.
Yeah.
0.5 of a gram.
You're like, I want some purple, so I'll go to the purple palette I own and inject it into the browns that I currently have in front of me. Pops of colour, I think the problem with it is, like I've said in the past, I feel like a lot of the shades don't actually work. So this mint, for example, doesn't actually organically work with a lot of these shades.
No.
So you kind of go, what are you going to do with it? Use it as a colour corrector? I'm not going to.
No, not a powder one anyway.
No, but, and also you don't think of colour and go, I'm going to go to my neutral palette with a pop of blue. You go, what's my colourful palette? So just mentally, I think the way that people think, if you've got a fair collection, is that you don't reach for these pops of colour too often. But the palette is $42. The lip glosses are $17 each, or you can buy a bundle of all of them for $69. These are launching the 24th of January, so you have a little bit of time.
Bit of time to think
Bit
about
of time.
We've got something new here from Dose of Colours.
Yeah.
So their best-selling liquid matte lipsticks in Stone and Truffle have been curated into 2 limited edition lip sets.
Yes.
So the sets contain the matte liquid lipstick.
In new packaging.
Okay, cool. A lip liner, a lip gloss, and a velvet mousse, all in the matching shade.
Yeah.
So these sets, which aren't sold together, they're like individual sets, they'll be launching on January 16th at 8 a.m. PST, and they will be $39 a set.
Yeah, I kind of like this idea because those are very, very well-known shades of theirs. I have heard a few people say that if they were brought out in like other shades that they love from the range, they would be all over it. So I think, it's a smart move because you're just expanding on a colour story that people are really vibing with.
Yeah.
It's not doing a Charlotte Tilbury where you're making a palette out of it and a blush out of it and a fucking sleeping mask out of it and a fucking hair mask out of it. It's just building on giving people different finishes of the same colour, which I really like the idea of because, the downside is that if you've already got this time and time again, you're getting a double up in the set. But you're also getting a lip gloss, a lip liner, and a lip mousse type product in the same colour, which if that's your perfect colour, like if they had this for, I don't know, like a lip colour that I adore, I'd be like, I'm all over it.
Yeah.
Because then I can layer, then I can mix, and I can do whatever you need to do.
You want with it. Yeah.
And it's not a bad price, $39 for the set of them. So there we go.
That is a good price. From e.l.f., we've got some new products. So we have bite-sized eyeshadows. So these are little quad eyeshadow palettes. They're only $3.
Good.
So it comes in 3, 6, 8 colour variants. They're very basic.
Yeah, they are very basic. And you have some very basic shades. So
Yep.
some like sort of just nude shades, some rosy sort of shades. You've got more your traditional browns, and then you get into mauves. This is more of a warm with a pop of blue.
Yeah.
Somehow they managed to do a warm with a pop of blue in a form pan palette. They did it.
God.
You've got warmer sort of nudes, purples, and greens. So they are sort of, it's a fair variety.
Yeah.
And I like seeing this because I feel like even though e.l.f. has some products that even sort of big makeup enthusiasts may keep coming back to, this is a really nice step for people that might want to get your basics, but also get
makeup.
into some colour, which
Absolutely.
and the colours are fairly trendy.
They are, yeah.
Whether you like the warm with a pop of blue or not.
Palettes,
No, they're
so
not.
Props to that.
You can literally chuck them in a little makeup bag.
Yes. We've also got some new putty primers. So we have a matte version and a luminous version now. These are $8 each. And there are now putty eye primers.
Yeah.
So these are $5 each. Comes in 6 shades. You've got white, rose, cream, sand, clay, and black. And they're basically a putty primer for your eye.
Yeah.
They look like paint pots.
They do. They do indeed.
So it's all available now at e.l.f. Cosmetics.
Awesome. Okay, Fenty Beauty are about to drop a range of fly pencil longwear eyeliners. So these are creamy longwear water resistant pencils in a rainbow of 20 matte, shimmer, metallic and glitter shades for effortless, no limit looks that last. So we've got a whole bunch of shades here. I'm not going to read through them because there is actually 20 of them. But these are launching on the 16th of January for $22 each. So they're coming out today-ish. But you can see from the swatches, they've got a variety of stuff. They got like silver, creams, pinks, reds, purples, blues, one green, goldy color, browns, silvers, greys, black. So pretty comprehensive, but also nothing that jumps out as being particularly new or that interesting. I hope they're good for Fenty's sake.
Yeah.
They do look like they're retractable pencils rather than sharpenable. And they do look like they're fairly small. So you could use them on the waterline easily, tight lining. Hopefully they're nice.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. Sending you good vibes, Fenty.
Hopefully they're good. If they last on the waterline,
good.
You got a winner.
Yeah, probably won't, but hopefully you do.
Most don't.
Most don't. Oh my God. Ready for Hayley's excitement?
Are you ready?
And my excitement.
Yeah! Thumbnail. Yeah!
Oh no, we're going to be spending some money, Hayley.
Shit. Get myself grounded. All right, Hourglass.
Start with Valentine's?
Yes, we do start with Valentine's Day. So we have a Valentine's themed Ultra Confession lipstick duo. These are very cute. So the component is a traditional gold component with a little black heart on it.
Which is the same as last Valentine's Day.
Hourglass, I'm not giving you another chance next year. This is your last warning.
Well, look, when I found out about this, my answer, my response was, good, I don't need them.
Yes.
Because last year we spent a lot of time and money hunting down the Valentine's Day duo.
Correct.
To get the limited edition packaging, and I also really like the shades in that duo.
Yes.
So we got it, success, tick that off, but I've got them now. And these aren't different.
Correct. They're not different.
Different shades.
Different shades. So the shades are Only You and I Hope We. So Only You is a tawny brick with a satin finish.
I like that one.
And I Hope We is a deep blue pink with a satin finish.
I don't need that one.
That's fair. So this is going to retail for $72. People have been saying, that's so expensive. It's very important to remember that this duo contains 2 full-size lipsticks.
Yeah.
So it's 2 components with their lipsticks inside them. Yes. It comes in a gold box, and then when you open it up, you like slide the little inside out. You've got a red and a pink box that will hold a lipstick each. Hourglass. I'm not being, look, I don't slay the other brands to be cool. I slay them because they're shit, and you're being shit too. Sort it out. Why? You had silver components, you had metallic pink components. I don't know what happened, but you decided that
frosted plastic
was a good idea. By the way, one of mine broke within a month, so not a good idea.
And they get dirty on the inside.
Yeah, they do, and it's just like bad. Whoever's idea that was, whichever manufacturer was like, look what we've got. The answer is no. Bad idea. Don't let people see the mess that is the inside of their lipstick.
That's
cap.
A hidden shame that
exactly.
no one
needs to acknowledge that. Like, you don't need to shame your makeup purchases. Make a metallic red component. Put a metallic red heart on it. Make a bright pink metallic component. Make a pink matte metallic component. Or
a
red
glitter encapsulated metallic component.
Something. Do anything. Just not a boring ass black little heart near the word hourglass on a component that already exists and has previously been released.
Yeah. So also the thing about these, and I haven't done the maths for it, so I'm not too sure, but I feel like from memory, it's not as if you're saving any money buying the two.
No, you're not.
I know that it sounds expensive, and it is expensive, but the lipsticks individually are pretty expensive. So it's not as if you're getting a good deal buying the two. They're actually charging you pretty much the cost of two.
Full price.
Because it's a nice little pack. So you sort of do want a little bit more, either reduce the costs or they got to up their game, because
I agree. No,
it gets a bit repetitive.
And get ready for this bombshell. Anyone who's watched me for any time or us on Beauty News and heard me talk about this, I'm not buying this.
I know. And I'm not buying it either, but I really like Only You.
I like Only You, and I do like I Hope We. I think it would look nice on my fair skin and I would wear it. But I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm not encouraging this stupid recycled packaging. It's boring. It's boring. It's fucking boring. What's not boring is the fact that they're bringing out nudes.
Yes. So, okay, that rant aside, because sometimes people think that we're right assholes, and that's fine. But we're actually sort of collectors of this particular lipstick. They're our favourite lipstick formula.
Yeah. So these retail in Australia for like $50-something dollars. No shit, I've got like 20 of them.
Yeah, I've got a lot. I buy them mainly in packs. I bought a few individually, but I do like looking out for these packs, and I sort of see it as being my treat yourself.
Yes.
And so when I feel like they haven't lifted their game for me to want to treat myself, they're falling flat, because I am their audience that they're marketing towards. Because I am the sucker that buys, they go, this has a new fucking colour on the something. I'm like, fucking yes! I'll take it. Yeah. So if it's not appealing to me, they're falling flat.
Yeah,
and the only reason I would recommend these to people is A, the formula is fantastic, and if these two shades vibe with you and they're available to you,
I would
check it out for sure. I would have no hesitance to recommend them to you. But for me to part with my money, it's not.
And that's my vibe with this as well. I look at this Valentine's set and I say I prefer to take my $72 and buy two of the permanent new nudes.
Yeah.
So it appears like they have 6 nudes coming and 2 like ready pink shades.
I think it depends on what you consider nude. So they do have some cool sounding ones. So we've got Nude Fawn, Give It To Me. Deep Pink Rose, depending on your skin tone.
Maybe.
Could be a nude, but to me it's a pink. Deep Beige, Give It To Me. Red Orange, Give It To Me. Pink Taupe, maybe.
Taupe is pretty cool.
And Mauvey pinks. Mauvey tone nudes I quite like, but if it's too pink, they've also got Chestnut, Give It To Me. Pink Nude, no thank you. Terracotta Nude, fuck yes. So For me, like, I think I like that they're bringing out new nudes because their range is heavily pink toned.
It is, yeah.
And one thing I've said that's an issue about their current permanent range is that I buy like 1 or 2 nudes and I'm like, there's nothing else that's enticing me because I like the brownie, the taupey type nudes, whereas pink tone nudes, I don't need them in my life. So I wish they didn't bring out more pinks.
Yes, because their collection is very pink heavy as it is. And like I went through their collection and brought every colour that I liked from the range. And I've been waiting for this day for a very long time. I am glad to see a lot of nudes in there. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait to see them swatched in store.
On her face.
All over my face and my body.
So just looking at the prices, those individual ones are $36 each, which means the Jouer, you're not saving a dime. You're getting a fancy box.
You are.
But you're not saving a dime.
Correct. I'm not paying $72 for a fancy box.
That is literally converted 17,025 cents Australian. I'm not doing it. Our exchange rate is horrible now, guys.
Our exchange rate is so bad that I, like, when it comes to ordering shit internationally now, or even buying stuff that comes to Mecca, I'm like, oh, you can bet your ass. I'm going to double, triple, quadruple rethink this before I buy it.
And I'm also going to scour the whole internet to see where else I can get it for cheaper.
On sale.
Yeah, it's true. All right, Huda Beauty are launching 5 new shades of matte and metal melted shadows. So we've seen these before. They're double-ended liquid eyeshadows. So one end is a matte, one end is a metallic, and they do sort of complement each other nicely. 5 new shades. Essentially, we've got a cool tone mauve with a bronze rose gold shimmer. Then we've got a dusty lavender with a lilac shimmer. We've got an olive taupe with an antique gold shimmer, a brown matte with a burnished copper, and a plum pink with a berry pink shimmer. Now, I think this is a fair idea. These must be selling fairly well for her to expand on it.
Yeah.
But I feel like these colours were what was released last time.
Wasn't it?
I feel like they look the same, but that might just be my ignorance.
Look, to be fair, before I say this, I've got to admit something. I don't watch a lot of beauty review videos these days. But I remember seeing these in a couple of videos and people just being like,
they're not great. Look, it depends though, because I saw some people say that if you use them sort of built up and you're trying to get them quite bold, they're not great.
Yeah.
But I've also seen people that if you use them and you sort of just blend them out
like a little wash of
colour, that they're beautiful and they do last really well. So I guess it just depends on how you're going to apply these.
How you want to wear it.
So for me, liquid eyeshadows as an all-over concept is something I've never really enjoyed.
Yeah.
I find the effects often a bit patchy on me. I do have oilier skin, so even though I don't have particularly oily eyelids, they do crease, they do sort of maneuver throughout the day, and they just never look like they're as polished as I want them to. But as a topper, I've always been down with them. So, you know, if you're the type of person that really likes this concept, or you've tried them and you want more shades, go you good thing. They're here. So they're coming soon to Huda Beauty for $25 each.
Excellent.
All right, Kiko have released their Valentine's Day collection. Yep. So this is the Magnetic Attraction collection.
Do they have magnetic eyelashes?
No, probably not. Or maybe not. We'll see. I'm just going to run through the products really, really quickly because Kiko have big collections.
They do.
They've got blushes and highlighters that are like duos, and they're in the shape of a heart.
Cute.
And they each come in 2 shades. There's a 9-pan eyeshadow palette, sort of berry, warm nudes, peach. We've got some liquid lip colours. We've got some lipsticks. We've got a sugar scrub, Wonder Lip Balm, and they've also got the Magnetic Attraction Love Scented Mist. So that's all available now if you love and Kiko makeup.
If you love. Oh, okay. We have some stuff here from MAC. It's very sneak peeky-ish. It looks like there was an Instagram live by some MAC makeup artists.
Yep.
So this is a spring collection of 2020 called Loud and Clear. It's launching February 6th and it has clear packaging.
Which I wish we talked about this next week.
I know.
Because...
That's one of my predictions for 2020. More clear packaging.
She made the prediction before this, though.
I did.
So I'm, for the record, just gonna say.
So we've got 2 extra dimension skin finish highlighters. These are $37 each. We don't know what shades these are.
No, and we might actually leave the prices out from now because prices vary and we don't know.
These will be US dollars, but let's skip that. Yeah. There's 5 single eyeshadows. We've got 5 lipsticks and 5 lip glosses.
Yeah.
And you can see in these images, the highlighters definitely have clear packaging along with the lipsticks. Mm-hmm. And the lip glosses appear to have like a silver bullet.
Cap.
Thank you.
It's almost like a frosted metallic.
Yes. And also the eyeshadows do have... I'm not buying it. I'm not doing this. No.
Not doing it. All right, this actually technically was an update, but I don't care. Whatever. Called it. We did call it. So Makeup Geek, they have their rebrand happening, I think, at the end of this week.
Yeah, in just under a week, they're saying.
Yeah, and now they're saying in 4 days' time. So at the end of the week, I think it's the 16th is their rebrand. So
awesome.
When this is going up, it's sort of happening. You'll know more about it than we do, but we'll talk about it next week. So we did call it. They are square pans. Look, technically... rounded edge square pans, so we were a little bit
Called
off.
it.
That's true. But that actually, look, some people I've seen hate square pans. I like square pans because
they fit a little bit better.
They feel a little bit better, and generally you either get more in them or they're smaller because they fit a bit better. And the rounded edge actually works well because if you've ever hit pan and eyeshadow and you're trying to use it up, getting to that fucking pointed corner is like...
hell.
It's a pain in the ass.
Pulling teeth.
Yeah, so this works. It also means that in magnetic palettes, you can pop them out a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So I think they've done a good...
Nobody fills their palette like that. I'm so angry.
And what annoys me, so if you're listening on the podcast and you can't see what's going on, they have actually put it in a black palette, but they've spaced them.
I hate
Which means that as soon as you go into it, there's going to be dust kicked up in the palette. You need to squidge them up. Squidge them up, mate.
Can I also say, does that mean that they're going to be of a size that doesn't like fit nicely into a little square?
That's my concern.
That's my concern. Look at it, because that is literally, that's a square compact. You can see the edge of the other side of the mirror here.
Yep.
Nope.
So again, if you're not following what Hayley's getting a bit...
freaking out about.
Yeah. So essentially when you get a brand that makes their own palettes and you put in the eyeshadows, they should sit flush with no excess space.
Yeah.
That's not what this looks like, because this looks like a square palette that fits 9 eyeshadows and it looks like there's gaps between them, which enrages me. If this is their big relaunch, they've already fucked it. They've already fucked it and they hadn't been launched.
I have to agree. Maybe they're like leftover palettes that they've used it just for like a photo.
Then they should not be doing that.
They shouldn't be doing that.
But think, if you're going to rebrand something and relaunch it and you're going to come back with like a bang, you need to make these things look schmick. Like they have to fit perfectly in. They have to make sense.
I mean, it's very satisfying looking at that palette and seeing what appears to be perfect. Like the edges look like it's been placed perfectly. Like they've got something in there and lined the shadows up, and then pulled it out and then done another line. Like they've done the work to make it look schmick, but it's not going to look like that in real life, and people are going to be annoyed.
But you shouldn't also have to put in work to make something look organic. No, you shouldn't. Like you got to take inspiration from brands like Apple, for example, that can make something look organic and. Like you open a new iPhone or a computer or something and everything just works and fits well together and it makes sense. Like if you're actually going to create packaging of new products, you want someone to take them home, slot them in and be like, this is perfection.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm so glad I bought this. I am buying another one because I just love the look of it. This is problematic.
It's
in my
not going to
opinion.
look like that in real life.
Look, they're petty, like little picky, nitty things.
It is.
Same as like talking about Anastasia Beverly Hills and like the palette being a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But if you are a makeup junkie and you've bought a lot of makeup, this is stuff that will turn you off.
Oh, yeah. And if you're not at that point yet where you're like, my collection is so big, if I'm bringing something in, it's got to be schmick. You'll get there one day. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
You will be nitpicky about
you'll look back and
the
you'll be like,
height of your lipstick or the user friendliness of certain packaging items, or me with my clear packaging. Like you will find things that you're just like, nah,
it's a deal breaker.
you're dead to me.
Yeah.
So, and I know a lot of people have those things. I read the comments and I'm like, that seems like a really petty thing to like totally be like nope about, but
I get
it's
it.
valid. You probably spent tens of thousands of dollars on makeup throughout your life. You're entitled to your opinion. This is a thing that happened.
Morphe. Now, originally when this was shown, they didn't explain what it was.
No.
It's a collaboration with Pony.
It is.
So Pony is a Korean influencer makeup artist, and it's hard because she's done a lot of collaborations last year. Colourpop, but it was with technically, I think, an offshoot of her brand called Bitty. So it's Bitty Colourpop. Pony Parks was with MAC. So that was like the tarot inspired collection. That was quite big. There's also one with NYX. So this was a pony collection again. So a lot of collaborations happening. I think this is a symptom of brands wanting to sort of get into the Korean market, because at the moment K-beauty is massive. So if sort of Western brands can get in there, they're fucking selling a lot.
Yeah.
So the next one is clearly with Morphe. So we saw this palette come out. They didn't say who it was with, but then it was revealed that it was with Pony. So we've got the 35i Icy Fantasy Artistry palette. So this will be $25 launching the 16th of January. And then we have Pop of Pastel Matte Lipstick Trio, $18. You get 3 shades. One's a pastel lilac, one's a pastel peach, and one's a pastel rose. So this is interesting because, okay, as soon as I found out it was with Pony, this made sense because this is very, she does go for the more sort of romantic, soft.
For sure.
With a bit of colour thrown in. But I also, for the first time, thought this is probably the most unique
palette they've ever created.
Yeah, and I got an email saying that last chance to buy these cult palettes, 50% off. Pretty much all they're just brown palettes.
They're getting rid of
them.
them.
They're discontinuing them.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the way of the future. I think this is, so it's interesting because it's colourful, but it's mainly cool toned and it's also muted pastel colours. So I think this is not my personal aesthetic, but I think this is really interesting.
Yeah.
And I think where they're going with it, it makes a lot of sense. So if you like those sort of soft, muted looks, but you like a bit of colour, this is really cool. This is really interesting. They look like they swatch fairly well.
Yeah.
There's no sort of repeat shades. You've got different finishes. Like some are sort of like iridescent sparkles. Some have like a duochrome. They're like the white, but they've got the duochrome of green. And then you have this weird sort of glitter.
Yeah,
silver
I
glitter.
don't know what that's about, but
yeah, that one's a bit strange. But like I said, not for me.
No.
But I think this is probably the most interesting Morphe palette they've released. And putting the name Pony to it makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I get it as well. When I first saw it, I was like, the fuck?
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah.
I just don't want it.
That's fair. I also think the last row is going to get people alone.
Yeah. That's a cool row.
It's a cool row. Purple,
figuratively
silvers,
and literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting colour choice she's gone here. So there we go. So it's out on Friday. Very quickly, only Chinese New Year sort of release of the week, thank God. Pretty much Revlon are releasing some lipsticks with limited edition packaging. So it's a red duo, and that includes Rose Wine and Red Rules the World, dressed up in limited edition packaging. So it's a red with a little weird cartoony rat in gold.
Cute.
It's my turn, my turn.
It's Kat's turn. Get ready.
Get excited.
Get ready. Oh,
whoa, Hayley's so excited. She's dropping everything. All right, Uemura have launched their limited edition Flaming Reds collection. Now, we weren't sure if this was Chinese Lunar New Year, but there's no mention of it, so we're just going to assume that it's not. But essentially what they've got is the Rouge Unlimited Matte in 6 shades, Rouge Unlimited Amplified in 3 shades, Rouge Unlimited Lacquer Shine in 4 shades, the Ultimate Sublime Beauty Cleansing Oil in new red packaging. They've got the Hard Formula Eyebrow Pencil in 2 shades, Seal Brown and Acorn, liquid liners in Bronze O and Gold Wow, and the Petal 55 Foundation Brush, all in red and gold packaging, which is where we get the, is it Chinese New Year? We don't know. But what is interesting here, so some of these are shades that are sort of just repackaged, but they have brought out a new glitter formula. This is a matte glitter formula. So in these swatches, you can see that there are 4 of them. So there's MGLT is the start of the shade name. There's the red 163, the orange 570, orange 562, and orange 551. Now, you've probably heard us complain till the cows come home about glitter lips.
Yep.
And look, that is legitimately a thing that annoys the crap out of us. But one of my favorite formulas of matte bullet lipstick are these Uemura ones.
Yeah.
I don't like the sort of cream ones. I don't like the light shades of matte. They look quite chalky on the lips. But the red, the bright, the pink, the oranges are really, really beautiful. They give almost like a velvet powder finish to the lips. So they have a really awesome effect and they last pretty well. So these are some of my all-time favorite formulas, and the colors they chose to infuse with this micro glitter looks stunning.
Does look very pretty.
This is pretty much the only way I'm willing to wear glitter on my lips, besides a subtle glitter in a lip gloss.
But this is subtle. Like,
it is.
This isn't hardcore metallic.
No.
This looks like it's there to enhance the glow and the shape of the lip.
Yeah, not to make it look full metallic or to make it look full glitter. It's
like a built-in highlighter for your lips.
Which is how I like glitter in lip glosses.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm totally down with that. And I do have some, shimmery lip glosses, shimmery lipsticks where I put them on, and when the light hits like the tip of your lip, it makes it look plump and beautiful. And to me, that is the right way to do a shimmery or glittery lipstick. But when it's like MAC with chunky glitter that doesn't disperse, I'm not okay with that. It looks shit.
And I agree. I think the secondary factor to this is the shimmer. Yeah. The primary factor is the matte lip color.
Yes.
And I think these look absolutely divine. It. Yeah. I think the first shade, the more red shade, looks a lot more flattering because the shimmer looks a little bit more subdued. Yeah. Whereas in the more orange shades, they do look a little bit more metallic. Yeah. But this is the only way I'm willing to give glittery lips a chance. Because A, I know I love the formula. B, I know these colours are absolutely fucking popping on the lips. Yeah. And the packaging is great too. So I think this collection's really fun. And I assume that it is sort of a nod to the new year. Yeah. But I would think I sort of want everything. Even the permanent products. The ultimate,
everything's red, so I'm just like...
Yeah, give it to me. Brow pencil in red packaging, I'll take it. Whatever, give it to me.
Give it to me. Yeah. Give it to me. Give it to us all.
Give it to me, please. All right, we've seen a new palette from Suva Beauty. So this is the Hypercolor palette. I believe this launched at IMATS, I think it was. Okay, yeah. But it's technically launching on the 22nd of January. Now, this is not going to be for everyone. Fair. It is what it is, but I also think it matches their brand very well. Yeah. So even though it's not one that I am rushing out to get, I also think it's a nice addition to their range. So essentially this is a palette that contains 3 different formulas. You've got the UV glow shades, which do glow under UV lights. They've got UV glow liners, so it makes perfect sense. Then they've got the mattes, which are essentially just bold colours. And then they have this new formula called the Topper, which is they're 4 pans of white. And once again, they transform whatever is underneath them. So they're quite sparkly. They don't have any base colour, but they do transform. So similar to things we've seen in the past, Kat Von D had the Alchemy palette, but these look a lot more sparkly. Anyway, so this is coming out, and yeah, it's true to their brand. Because they are well known for their neon liners, their UV liners and whatnot. And they have had these really weird videos that have come out recently where they'll swatch a colour underneath and then show the topper.
Yeah.
And look, in the style of humour that they've got, they're doing it. But it does demonstrate that the toppers...
They're pretty funny. I like the sort of cringe dad humour.
Yeah, I like it too. But you can see that the transformer shades really do add a cool element.
Yeah.
What I find really frustrating is when brands bring these out and they're just like, meh. But these actually look like they add a cool element to it. So I'm going to give them that. So like yellow with that on top makes it a beautiful sort of like shimmery gold. Like they're doing the thing. They're going the neon. They're going the UV. If that's something that you want to delve into, it's coming. Not really my general aesthetic.
I like brown.
But yeah, there we go. It's cool. Add something to their range.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing I think this is.
Yes, thank God.
YSL, we've seen a new range of lipsticks. So this is a lipstick that meets balm. It gives a subtle wearable shimmer without the look of loose glitter on the lips. That's nice. I appreciate that. So it's a formula that features a star-shaped core packed with pearls for iridescent shine, while the outer shell dresses your lips in nourishing, luscious colour. So it contains shea butter, vitamins A, E to help soothe and moisturise the skin and or the lips, and there we go. We've got a bunch of shades, and it looks like they're forming an army.
They are. And it's the cutest little army I've ever seen.
Yeah, but I think there's 16 shades? 16 shades.
Yeah, and couldn't you just imagine all 16 of them lined up beautiful?
And then you knock one over.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah, but essentially this is like a glossy lipstick balm with a sparkly centre. So they've done these kind of things before when they've put a different colour in the centre or like a balm in the centre to add more nourishing stuff, but they're going sort of vibrant with this campaign.
They are, yeah. I kind of like this nude shade, but I don't think I'm down with the shimmer. Yeah. I think it's too much shimmer.
I think it's too much shimmer too. I think it could work. I think it's fun.
Could, and the pink doesn't look bad, but I also don't trust their damn images.
Yeah. See, my issue with, say, looking at this rocking coral shade, my issue with this versus Uemura is that I don't like colours that are glossy and sheer.
Fair. Yeah.
It's just not my cup of tea. Yeah. If I'm going to go glossy and sheer, I like a nude.
Yeah.
And I would try to keep it as sort of, I don't know, nude as possible. I don't need chunks of glitter on my lips.
No.
But when it comes to Uemura, I know that those are really punchy lipsticks. They're matte, they're vibrant. So I can sort of forgive a bold statement because it's making a bold statement anyway.
Yeah.
A sheer wash of pink with glitter that's in a vibrant shade.
Yeah.
Well, it's not my cup of tea. But it's, a bit fun. And adds to the fucking glitter theme of the whole past what feels like 10 years.
Glitter is really just here with a vengeance, isn't it?
It's here to fuck you up.
Yep. The time has come to dedicate this episode to a Beauty News VIP. And this week's VIP is Sylvia.
I know. Sylvia, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for supporting Beauty News, and thank you to everyone who supports Beauty News in whichever way you choose to do it. We need emojis.
I know what it is.
Good.
Plants,
because we got some.
We got some plants. Get the greenery happening, guys.
Yes, we got the greenery. We like the greenery.
I like the greenery too.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. Thumbs up if you like it. Share it with a friend if you like it.
Do we need twinkly lights in the background, or is that too much?
Do we need some? I feel like we need some sort of light. Something that does a thing here.
Look, it's a work in progress. We're getting there.
2020. We'll get there.
Year of set pieces.
Let's make 2020 the year of episodes where you have to spot the new thing.
Or you have to find us through the plants. Where's Hayley?
Where's Hayley?
Yeah.
One of our thumbnails will just be the pot plants on the chairs. Maybe that should be our thumbnail this week.
Could be. Could be.
All right, guys. So leave your pot plant or plant thumbnails. No, emojis in the description box.
Yep.
And we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah. See you guys.
Bye. Description box, comment section. Fuck.